Hi guys, welcome to Crypto Bin 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And it's a brand new week, it's a brand new day, and it's even a brand new 100 episode of this great show, because this is episode 201. That's 201 episode of this great show, the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show. And this is where we trade it and we do not gamble. As you all know, this show comes live on this channel, Crypto Bin 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. I'm Ahmed Olad Magic Azim, aka KC the Great, and thanks for joining me on this show this morning. But like we always do, we share the links to everyone that we discuss about what is going on in the crypto space, so you do not want to miss any of today's great news, chart analysis, the market cap, and everything I have to show you on this great platform. And please, if you've not subscribed to the channel and you're just joining the show for the first time, or you've subscribed, please like the show, comment, share, and also let people know we are live right now so people can join us and gain, join the live now and get one or two things regarding the crypto space, guys. All right, so let's just quickly share, join the live now. Let's quickly share before we now discuss what is going on. And if you look at the screen, you can see BTC is kind of pulling back, having created an entry around this zone. It's kind of pulling back and now breaking the real structure. So what do we need to do with the structure? We are going to discuss about that this morning. And you all know today is Monday, 27th of October 2025, and also the Fed news talking about FOMC meeting, 400 cut, and all of that will be coming up this week as well. And I believe we do not want to miss that, because we hoping that we catapult whatever that is going to happen with the crypto space. Maybe this top that we test now, that is now creating a structure for us to break out, maybe that is going to be where the market is going to tank back when the news is not favorable after it dropped come Wednesday or thereabout. I'm still going to show you on the calendar for us to know what we need to do. But for now, let's take a look at what the market is really doing and how we can navigate our portfolio and everything we are doing about the show. So right now BTC is trading at 114,925.26 as I speak to you right now, and you can see the structure I was talking about. Here is the structure. We have the structure move ahead. We have an entry right here, you understand, and we have it now doing zigzag to break out. So the moment we break out of this zone, it's a perfect movement, and we could be waiting for BTC to hit 125 all-time high back, or possibly we even break above it. So what do we need to do? Don't worry, we're going to talk about that shortly, and we know what we need to do on the show. All right, but let's take a look at some news that are making way before we discuss about the chart fully. And the first news we need to take a look at is the most important thing everyone is waiting for this week, which is the Fed rate cut. We saw what happened the last rate cut. Market react to it, but later down because it was 25 basis point, and everyone is saying the Fed is late to the party, so they need to cut like double, like 50 basis point or 75 basis point. So we saw 25 basis point the last time the rate was cut. Now we're going to see what they're going to do as Fed eyes second rate cut amid division on labor and inflation risk. So this news alone is going to be a catalyst, or it's going to be something that a lot of people will watch to see how the Fed is going to cut the rate. And you all know we've not even been getting data for like 3 weeks now, getting to a month since the government shut down in United States of America, and not getting all those data is affecting the way people are, looking at how the Fed will react to all of this things that are going on in the economy. But we don't need to be scared. We can see BTC is really moving back on, having come in here testing 0.78 Fibonacci, created a minor structure inside the major structure, and now this money we broke above, or we blast 116,000, then is retracing back. Now we're gonna see if taking profit is going to happen here with the bull, then we're going to see the market drop down back, or we're going to see the market push ahead of this entry of that 116. Then it's going to give us a solid movement that, okay, we are now having a structure. Then we know our stop loss will be around 104 bounty. Then we just need to stick to whatever we're doing. So right now, what I'll say is, because we've not really broken out of the main higher time frame that's going to tell us, okay, Bitcoin is going to skyrocket to the all-time high. We now use a lower time frame, like 4 hours, to check possibility of what we need to do. And if you look at the chart now, you can see we have tested the top again. So our advice, we can leave the market and let's see if it's going to push down to okay, this is a minor structure, by the way, and we have the movement here coming down. So let's see if the market is going to push down to around 110, or is going to stay around 112,600 to now continue the rally, or maybe we're just going to have this double top, then the market continue to dump as well. But what I'll say is you can leave the market right now, because the profit you've made from 109,000 thereabout to 116 is a good profit. I mean, we've been killing it on this show, and please you need to support the show by turning on the notification bell, sharing the video, and also comment, like, and let people see the good work we're doing on this great show, the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show. And this is the only place that we trade it and we do not gamble it. So if you look at what is going on with the crypto market now, we're seeing good things, but please, I think we've tested the top again. Take profit now, let the market pull back down, then we're going to find a good entry that we now know we're going to ride that one past the major structure, which is 116,000 US dollars. So that's not about BTC, but let's now also take another news regarding BTC. You can see explosive Bitcoin price surge. BTC rockets past 116,000 US dollar just come some hours ago. But now, not only BTC, we can see even altcoins are pushing ahead to see what they can gain out of this crypto market that has been slowing down and everything affecting. Now you can see Ethereum whale accumulate and staking surge signal potential rally. And if you look at ETH truly, you'll find out that ETH has been trying to move ahead past on a daily candle. Let's take a look at it. You can see it's been trying to break this point, even though our entry point is supposed to be around 3,005, but it did not drop to that zone. Now we are waiting for it to break above 4,003. We have not done that either. So what we are waiting for is maybe we're going to see a pullback that will later bring us into this zone, or we are going to blast through 4,300, and that's going to give us a great entry for the Ethereum asset. So we're going to take a look at that and see how that go. But not only Ethereum is trying to break above, even BNB. I told you BNB is not a sell yet. And if you can see, BNB chain gas fee dropped 87% in just 3 weeks. That is great news. They said they were going to reduce the money from 0.05 to 0.005, something like that. And that was great. If you watch my show, I spoke about it. And if you look at BNB right now, and you can see what BNB is doing, you can see BNB is still a buy. I left this in as green. Why? Because it's still a buy. I told you you can only get away from BNB if you break 850 or 860 thereabout. So you can see it's not even creating a minor structure inside the major structure. So you can even use this minor structure to trade inside the major structure that you have. But BNB is still looking nice and it's still a buy. Now let's take a look at Solana. You can see Solana faces pressure below 190,000 as ETF delay. Weak on-chain demand could outlook. We know the likes of Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, ADA, all of them are ETF before we experience the government shutdown. That has been the problem that has not really pushed all these ETF or get them approved until they come back. Or maybe we're going to see a way, or there will be a way they can go through that. But for now, Solana is facing the pressure. And if you look at it this morning, you find out that Solana created a structure. There is still a sell, created a structure. They're now creating a minor structure just like Ethereum. So until we break above 212 right now, that is when we can buy Solana, or Solana drop down to 160 $160. That will be a good buy for. So one of the two, drop down to $160 or break above $200. But the problem is we have a minor structure inside the major structure, and that one we can use it to trade using 4-hour time frame. And I told you this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose. Also, understand one thing, that using the minor structure, you must not wait for the major structure stop order to get out of the market. If you're using minor structure to take trade, you must use minor structure to leave the market. And if you're interested in leverage trading, derivatives, and all of that, you might want to join my Telegram channel. The links down in the description. We have Telegram, Discord, and you can get free signal from them. All right, that's that about Solana. Let's now check what XRP is up to. You can see XRP ETF hits 100 million milestone, $100 million milestone, hitting at a broader institutional adoption. That is great. Then you can see Zcash surpasses 2021 peak as traders bet on privacy but let's take a look at XRP real quick and see what we can do with XRP. You can see XRP has now broken the structure. XRP has now broken the structure on the daily. You can see here is the structure. XRP has broken the structure on the daily. You can see now we just need a body candle above this structure. Then we're gonna see if we need to get into the market. But looking at least now, XRP has broken the structure. Let's see if today's candle is going to break above it. Then we can take a buy. Then we're going to leave our stop loss around $2. So that is great movement for XRP. So we're still going to wait. We're not going to change this into green. We're still going to leave it at red until we break out with body. That shows the price confirmation is above our entry. Then we know buyers are fully back into the market. So we're going to see about that with XRP. And now Astros launch and joins the 1 trillion PEP DEX also raise. The new decentralized exchange DEX is built on top of SUI blockchain, which recently topped $2.60. Which recently topped 2.6 billion US dollars in total value log. That is great news with the Astro DEX. But now let's take a look at SUI chart and see what SUI is doing. You can see SUI has not even broken a structure, and even the minor structure, it couldn't break it nicely. So we just need to wait for that. SUI is not what we need to jump into right now. All right, let's take a look at meme coins. And if you look at this meme token, Dogecoin breaks multi-month range as 0.21 resistance flips support, and you can see Dogecoin outperforms broader crypto market as volume climbs nearly 10% above weekly averages, signaling early accumulation within breakout structure. But let's take a look at what the Dogecoin chart is looking like. You can see the structure is still there, not broken yet, so we just need to wait. Either Dogecoin breaks above 0.219 or the market drop down to 0.117. That is when we can say we can get into Doge profile. All right, let's take a look at some other news coming out of some countries, and you can see South Korea big plan buys 93 BTC, targets 10,000 BTC treasury build. That is great news from South Korea. Still in Asia, Tokyo, Japan sees launch of its first yen-backed stablecoin, that is JPYC. That is great news coming out of Japan right there. The first ever Japan yen-backed stablecoin, and it's called JPYC. You might want to check that out. All right, that's that on the new segment of this great show, the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, and this is the only place where we trade it and we do not gamble it. When I say we trade it, we do not gamble it, I mean what I said. And this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research, and if you've not subscribed to the channel and you're still watching till now, please and please subscribe, like and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you always get notified when we drop new project. Also, you can follow me on X, you can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on TikTok. Also, you can ride with me on Instagram as we build the project going forward. And if you've not joined the community, please, you can join one of the communities free of charge, free educational content, free signals, and you will not regret it. The links are down in the description. So before we come to the chart fully, let's now take a look at what is going on with the market and the event of the day for us to know if we're going to have something great. We all know the news is coming this week regarding the FOMC, and that will be on Wednesday, and let's see what happened. But for today, we do not really have much news. You can see since the government shutdown has been on, a lot of things has not been coming out regarding data, and it's been empty and all of that. But since Fed is an independent governing body by its own, so definitely I know we're gonna have the rate cut and all of that. Even we got a CPI last week and we saw what happened, the way the market reacted. So nothing much today. Let's now check what the market cap is looking like. Yes, you can see the market cap is looking a little bit impressive. Why? Because you can see we've now gone back to 3.9 trillion US dollars, closing back to 4 trillion US dollars. We were at 4.3 when we dropped to 3.7, wiped out about 500 billion volume in the market, or the cryptocurrency market world, and liquidated about 20 billion traders out of the market. That was huge, guys. So you can see the trending token this morning is Pi Network, Zcash, and Esta is back on the magic, and you can see the last 24-hour trading volume still remain at 165 billion US dollar. Excuse me. All right, let's take a look at the top 10 cryptocurrency. I'm talking about the big cryptocurrency in the market. Bitcoin of course is at number 1, trading at 115,000 US dollars. Ethereum at number 2, trading at 4,160. Theta is a stable coin, is 1-to-1 back with dollar. BNB trading at 1,154, which sitting at number 4. XRP at number 5. Solana at number 6. USDC at number 7. Leaders take at number 8, Dogecoin at number 9, Tron at number 10, and you can see those are the top 10 cryptocurrency on the market, and the likes of Cardano, Wrap, ETH, Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash, and the likes are below top 10, guys. And if you are interested in knowing where that token you're holding on to, that project you're supporting, if you want to know where they sit on the cryptocurrency market ranking, you might want to check it out on CoinGecko.com. All right, that's that regarding the market. Let's now take a look at what is going on with the real chart. We're going to discuss about everything. Like I told you, Bitcoin is a buy from here and it's still a buy, but it has now touched 116, where I feel we're having a double top. So it's advisable to just leave the market and see how the candle will react today. If we're going to break above this structure, if we break above it, we're going to look for entry. Then we know our stop loss will be down there at 103, or we'll wait for it to drop down a little bit to form a W. So what I'm saying is, if you are in the market and you don't mind if the market drop down again, as long as it doesn't hit the stop loss, it's fine. But we are just about to have the confirmation for a proper structure on a daily time frame to know that, okay, the market is going to continue moving up. Whatever I've been doing all this while is based on lower time frame, like 4 hours and all of that. So if you get into the market right at 104 or at 109, the market has 116, you might as well take some profit, wait for the market to push back. Then when it's going up again, we can get in and break the main structure, and we know that, okay, we're going to see where this will take us to. So if you're not in the market yet, our advice, please, let's wait. Let's see if it's going to break above 116 by tomorrow safely, then we know, okay, if we get into the market, we can now put our stop loss at 103 as an investor or a spot trader. But right now, is it still a buy? Yes, it's still a buy if you get into the market at 103 or 109. But if you want to get into the market right now, one of the rules in trading is never ever get into the market at a support or at a resistance. So indirectly, you can see here is another top. It might, or it will break it, but we need to wait. So I'll say, even though it's not really a support like that, but if it break above it, it could turn this place to now be a support. You understand? So let's wait. If you're not in the market yet, let's see if the market is going to break above 116 comfortably, then we can use that to get into the market. But if you're a day trader that you do leverage and all of that, you can join my Telegram or my Discord channel. Then we can discuss about in and out using Signal, all for free. All right, that's now about Bitcoin. Let's now get into Ethereum. There's nothing to argue about. No buy yet. Even on a minor structure, yes, it's a buy, but we need the major structure because it did not touch our 0.78 Fibonacci. So we're waiting for ETH to break 4,003 or drop down to 3,005. So that's where we can say we're getting into ETH. Let's take a look at Link. Link is not a buy as well. You can see, okay, we had a Link as a buy some weeks ago, and that's why it's still in green and has not broken $15. I told you can leave Link if it breaks $15, so we can still stick to that. But the major structure has not been broken, so we need to watch that out. Let's take a look at AAVE. If you look at AAVE, it's still a sell. I put red there, it shows it's still a sell. We need AAVE to break above $260 to $262 before we can get into the market, or let it drop to 120. Let's take a look at Solana, which is been doing some great movement for some time. Solana also, it's still the same thing. We need Solana to break 212 or drop down to 160 before we get into the market, because the reason why I don't want you to enter the market with these minor this minor is just like for traders that want to trade for like 1 hour, 2 hours, using lower time frame to frame. But if you're an investor or you're a spot trader, you just need to be patient, keep sipping on your wine or whatever you are doing while you watch your money. Then when we get the perfect entry, you're going to strike the market. Let's take a look at BNB is a buy. I told you BNB is still a buy, so there's no need to talk about that one. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin is not a buy yet. It has not broken the structure. Please stay away from it. Let's take a look at Sui. Sui is not a buy yet. Stay away from it. Let's take a look at Avalanche. Avalanche is not really a buy, and it's creating a nice structure for me. Let me turn this to red. It's supposed to be in red, not green. So I'll wait for Avalanche to drop to $11 or break above $24. I know you'll be like, oh, why are you waiting for it to break $24? The truth is, you need to have a confirmation before you get into the market. So I wouldn't mind. It's trading at 20 now. I wouldn't mind losing that $4 movement to get the confirmation. Then I'll get into the market. Then I'll just get into the market right now. Then the market dumps and I lose my money. So confirmation is very important. Pulling back to 0681 or Fibonacci or 0783 Fibonacci is very, very important. Let me check if I'm right with the numbers I'm coming. Yeah, 0.786 Fibonacci and 618 Fibonacci is very, very important. So if you don't have that, we'll rather wait for the structure. Remember, I always tell you something is not how much trades you take, but how much profit you make from the market. All right, let's take a look at ADA, which is Cardona. ADA also is not a buy. You can see no structure. Stay away from it. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP is the only one that is now creating a breakout for us. You can see XRP has hit the breakout. Let's see. XRP has reached a breakout and is even about breaking out the real one. So we're just going to wait for the body to break XRP, but kind of XRP is becoming a buy. Let me put it on yellow. It shows that we're about to go green. So I think XRP, we can be getting ready to get into XRP if we successfully have the body break above $2.6. So maybe we might be getting a great entry from that. Let's take a look at Ton Network. Ton Network is not a buy. Please stay away from it. Dex, I told you Dex is a buy since last week. You can see we are still holding on to that. We need to leave the market only when Dex breaks 0.88 or 0.87 thereabout. Let's take a look at Pump Fund. Pump Fund, he has now broken out. Wow. Pump Fund has now broken out. Pump Fund is a buy now, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. You can see successfully above the structure, and now we have structure above it. So Pump Fund is a buy now. Then our stop loss is going to be at 0.00312. And speaking of Pump Fund, the show is still going to hold. We are just still working on some other things. So Pump Fund is a buy. Please, you can get into the market. But remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose. Let's take a look at Ondo. You can see Ondo is not a buy. No structure being broken. Even though we can use this one that we use and get it in the other time and the profit is there, but for now I can just say if you're in the market you can hold on to it, but let's get a proper structure. And that's that regarding the altcoins. If you have any altcoins you want me to talk about, you want me to analyze, please comment in the comment section or DM me directly. I'll add it to the list of the tokens or the coins we discuss about every day. Now let's take a look at Dogecoin. If you look at Dogecoin is not really a buy yet, even though it's pushing ahead. We need to wait for Dogecoin to break above 0.21. Even with Shiba Inu, the same thing. We need to wait for Shiba Inu to break above 0.01. Pepe, the same thing. We need Pepe to break above 0.0000797. Popcat, the same. We need it to break out. Trump coin, the same. We need a breakout. Millennial coin, the same. We need to break out. All of them could push down to 0.783. Then we can use that to enter. And if you look at Notcoin, the same. We need to break out. Deep, the same. We need a breakout. X, the same. We need a breakout. Swam was the only one that I told you is still a buy since last week, and you can see Swam is still a buy, but it's pulling back. Make sure you put your stop loss at 0.1295. XRP201. So that is that regarding the chart analysis this morning, guys. I know the show is packed with a lot of information, and please, if you're still watching till now, subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you will always be part of the people that will get the notification when we're back live. And don't forget to follow me on all social medias, on X, on Facebook, on TikTok, and on Instagram, so you always get the nugget regarding that. But you all know we cannot end the show. Yes, we can't end the show without checking what the sentiment looks like, what a lot of people are thinking, or how they want to react to whatever is going to happen this week. So when we check the fear and greed index, you find out that the fear and greed index has now moved to neutral, all the way from fear straight to neutral. So you can see last month fear, last week fear, yesterday fear. But right now, due to some gains we've seen coming into the crypto space, we are now sitting at fear, which is at neutral, which is at 51%. So the fear and greed is at 51%, guys. All right, thanks for joining me on today's show. I really appreciate you guys keeping it locked down with me every morning. Sorry for coming late today. The time is 8 a.m. GMT, 10 a.m. SAST time every day of the week. We're here to discuss about what is going on in cryptocurrency. But remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose. Until I see you tomorrow on another wonderful episode of this live show, I'm Ahmed Oladimeji Kazeem, aka KC the Great. Stay out of trouble, trade well, and remember, it's not how much trade you take, but how much profit you make. All right, I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace out.